Hello, my name is Mason Hunter, and I'm going to be doing a presentation about business communication in Belgium. All right, so on our first slide, um, this is just the overview, and this is a report of business communication in Belgium. I was able to get a great deal of research and information about the country's business culture and views. I will discuss information about dress codes, meetings, appointments, ethical views, and also a difference between Belgium's business communication and the United States' business communication as well. I ended up coming to a conclusion as well, and we'll share that at the end of the presentation. And some answers I was curious to figure out were A, about Belgian business ethics, whether or not they were morally right, and B, what should an American worker expect when doing business in or with Belgium? Okay, so below right here is a graph of the statistics behind Belgium's average household wealth. As you can see, Belgium ranks third among these 35 different countries in the graph. And another statistic worth noting is the 5.9% inequality ratio. And what that captures is the overall dispersion of income. Again, it is saying the average household income is more of a median. So this leads to me explaining what Belgian business does that makes it so unique and impressive. All right, so meetings. As you can see, the Belgian business mindset is focused on building relationships through communication. And what makes Belgian meetings so unique is that before every meeting, they will have a 15-minute interval beforehand to get to know each other and build upon different relationships. To them, it is important getting to know each other before any business. And as Kirtland Bonvie and John Thill once wrote, no other skill can help your career in as many ways as communication. Next is introductions. For everywhere around the world, first impressions always mean a lot. In Belgium, it is important that you start off with an icebreaker. Popular startup conversations include beer, tennis, and most famously, Belgian chocolate. Always make sure for eye contact, and when shaking hands with a female, it is important to release whenever she squeezes gently. Gifts. So, like the United States, Belgium also has limits and restrictions with giving gifts out to customers. In Belgium, giving out gifts is not a normal characteristic within the business etiquette aspect. An interesting fact is if you are ever in a situation where you are invited to a local's or business partner or even a customer's home, it is worth mentioning that you ought to bring flowers and chocolates and preferably do not bring any wine. Now I'll be talking about dress code. So it is usual to see jackets, and also within startup tech companies, it is common to see shirts and jeans. Compared to the United States, most American companies abide by the same set of rules and beliefs when it comes to dress code in the business world and in the corporate world. Appointments. So, business over the phone in Belgium is very uncommon. The personal face to face connection is much more preferred in the business culture. Emails also fall into the same categories as phone calls, too. Those as well are not normally accepted. So, what should you do? You should show up on time. And another unique point worth mentioning is that one should not try to schedule an appointment in July or August and the time between Christmas and New Year's. Like Belgium, the United States follows these same kind of hidden rules. So, after reviewing and researching all of these business culture in Belgium and the United States, I can conclude that both countries have very similar business communication techniques. I would say the biggest differences are the gifts and how important business is via face to face within the Belgian business communication and culture aspect. And then this is my conclusion. And ultimately, I was under the impression the whole time that the same views took place in the States as well. And I concluded that there weren't too many differences in Belgium's communication and culture, like their business culture, were both ethically good and impressive. And what they're doing, they need to keep doing. And then these are my references. Thank you.